Good morning and welcome back to the Big Bear Yarns podcast. I'm Anna, the dyer behind Big Bear Yarns. You can find a link to my shop for any of my yarns or patterns down below. This is my podcast where I'll talk about what I've been knitting and crocheting and new yarns, etc. that come into the shop. So I'll just get started. I have 2 finished items this week, so let me grab them. So first one is this cardigan for my sister, which was kind of done previously but I hadn't woven in the ends yet. So there's this cardigan, which turned out really lovely. Let me put it on so you can see how it looks. Oh gosh, look at me, I blur out so much, honestly, sometimes. So it's what it is. It's like a sort of it's like a cozy cardigan, kind of like a blankety type thing. So that's finished, which I got in just under the wire. I got it done literally the night before her birthday, so I'm always last minute. I really am. It's a problem, but I did get it done. And the other thing, which also I got done the night before, was this jumper. It will grow a bit because this is a superwash merino, so I've made it ever so slightly smaller than I intend it to be, because the arms will stretch out once it gets wet. Once it's blocked, I haven't blocked it yet. I didn't have time. I finished this at probably about like 7 o'clock the night before I was giving it to them, so I didn't have time to block it. So I will block it, and that will make it's nice cropped length. So it is the same size as the blue one I made for myself earlier in the year, so it will get a bit bigger. Also, just with the weight of the yarn and everything over time, each time like you wash it, it just grows ever so slightly to a point. So they're the only things I've got finished this week, but they're quite big items. So let's have a sip of apple juice. My new mug. It says well, you can read it. I am an autumn. No. Which is, and Gilmore Girls, which is a new range in Home Bargains shops. They've got a Gilmore Girls range. On the other side, excuse my lipstick. It's got Luke's and everything, dragonflies. It's nice. It's a bit smaller than I want for a coffee cup, but for like some apple juice or hot chocolate, it's perfect size. Yeah, so they're the only finished items I have this week. I haven't actually done that much on anything else apart from finishing those 2 and the jumper for my mum, which I'm knitting, but like I said, I'm recording a separate video that hopefully will go okay for that, so I'm not going to show anything on here. I have done a little bit on a few things. Let me show you. So I honestly can't remember what I showed last week, so I'll just do a quick run through of my socks because I can't remember what I showed. So these are super tangled. Give me a moment. Oh gosh. done 5 rounds of a 2x2 rib on these socks. Oh, is it a knot? Yeah, we have to sort that out later. I won't do that now. This yarn looks a lot lighter on camera. The lighting today is blowing out. This is much more like it. It's a Cascade Heritage yarn. This knit on my Addy Premium 10 centimeters, 2.5mm. So this is Cascade Heritage. Which is colour 126. What needles do they recommend for that? Because I've only just started looking. Yeah, I've only just started to check what size needles yarns actually recommend you knit with. Because I never bother checking. I will always just knit them on the needles that I use. Yeah, 2.75 to 3.5mm. No, 2.5. It's only because I had a comment about a yarn I'd used and they were saying the needles were recommended, and I thought, I don't know, I didn't even check. Yeah, that one I think they might be new. I don't think you saw them last week. Maybe you did. There's that one. Oh yeah, you saw this one. I think I got to, I think it's the same spot. There we go. Oh no, I've pulled out, hold on, I've pulled a load of stitches off my needle. Give me 1 second. I felt like there was some resistance when I was pulling it out of the bag, and I just carried on yanking. So really it is completely my own fault. Pick them all up, yeah. So again, I'm just onto the heel flap of these pattern socks. The yarn again is blown out massively. This is close-ish to the colour, but still a bit lighter showing up on camera. I'll go into a bit more detail for the next week because I don't think I haven't done anything else to them. Oh yeah, this one I have done a little bit more, but not a lot. So I finished the foot, I've done the toe. The lighting, I've got to stop talking about it. It's the same every time. Honestly, sometimes I think, oh, you're not that pale, and then that happens. Got sunburn yesterday. Honestly, all summer long, sun cream on all the time. I use sun cream even in the winter. I put sun cream especially on my face, a factor 50 all year round. Yesterday, my sister was the same. For some inexplicable reason, we went out for a dog walk to the beach, and it wasn't a hot day. It's September, it's like past mid-September in the UK, like a high of 15 degrees Celsius, and I thought, oh, it'll probably be fine. I didn't use anything like harsh on my face like before, like retinol or any of the AHA acid, acids or anything like that. So I thought it'll be fine. And it wasn't. Like, especially my forehead was bright pink, and my nose as well. I don't know where that came from, but it's what happened. Oh, yeah, so you can't even see it now. It's a black sock. I can't show it to you because it either blends in or it all blows out. So I've done the first sock and I started casting on for the second sock, but I've only got about 20 stitches. This is in Yarn Smith's Merino sock, shade 2K 000. These are for my sister. I realised, because I've grabbed a whole load of socks that I'll show you today for my mum's birthday, because once they're given to her I can't show them. And I realised that I've got the same number of socks to give to each of them, but I've only got 2 pairs now left in my box for my sister, and I've got like 4 pairs for my mum, so I need to crack on and knit some more for my sister. So these ones are for my sister. This one, oh yeah, I'm on the toe for this one. This is my Cascade Heritage self-patterning scrappy socks. There's quite a lot going on with these ones. They're not quite as they don't blend in quite as much as the West Yorkshire Spinners Christmas scrappy socks, but I think they're quite nice. They're for me anyway, so it's this bit I really don't like, but got the toe to do on the first sock. I do apologise if you guys are wobbling around at all, because you are extraordinarily precariously positioned. I'm going to try not to wobble you. It might not be too bad because Dita is fast asleep down here, and I don't think she'll be going under the table and bashing things around. She's very tired. We had a very long walk yesterday. She was absolutely shattered when we got home. She was so tired she didn't even want to go and eat her dinner later on. She was really tired. She was just out snoozing. She was snoozing so much even when she kind of slipped off her bed. She just wriggled her front half on there and just fell back to sleep again. Oh yes, I have made some progress on these ones. This colour is knitting up so beautifully. I really love it. And so far, I think I'm doing okay with not having to drop back. No, there's one where I need to drop back. It's not a terrible one, but there is like a split stitch, if you can see. I don't know if you can stretch it out a bit. No, you can't really see, but here there's a spot where I've split the yarn. I'll have to drop back down later to do that, which is fine because I'm actually just getting to the heel. I've got a little, how many stitches? 10, 20, 30, 40. Yeah, so I've got about 8 more rounds to go before I do the heel. This is in Viking of Norway Nordless. And it is shade colour 935. What does this recommend? Oh, 2.5mm. So I'm using actually the right needle for this one, which is 2.5mm. Lift up this basket that's bending down every time. Sorry about my hair, it's wet from the shower. Oh yeah, so I'm on the second sock of the Pink Pony Club socks. I'm onto the heel flap. I've just got to where I'll be doing the heel flap. So this is sock number 1. Really blown out today. I'm just going through quickly because I haven't got the not going to be too long either today because I've got a lot I've got to get on with. And you've seen all these before, so you don't want me to blab on forever about every single part of the sock, do you? I think so. Okay, so I finished sock number 1. I did the orange for the toe to kind of balance out a bit. Let me get this. No, it's not going to. Let's pop that down for a minute. So, like I said previously, I kind of regretted putting the orange right at the top, so I finished it with orange to kind of balance it out. I don't know if it worked. I kind of regret putting the orange in at all, but I did it, so. And they're just socks. It really doesn't matter if they're not perfect, you know. You wear them inside your shoes. You can just wear them in the house if they really bother you. They'll be comfy and cozy and they'll keep my mum's feet warm. That's really all that matters. So I've started sock number 2. I've done the everything's so tangled. It's driving me crazy. I'm not sure why. Really irritating me today. Oh, I need to take a breath and just calm down. It doesn't matter. Okay. 20 rounds of a 2x2 cuff, 64 stitches. And I'll just try and match this up as well as I can. Sometimes I do get carried away and do too many of a colour, but I should be okay, theoretically, because they're quite noticeably different colours as well, unlike some of my other socks where you're not quite sure because they both have the same colours in them. I've shown this one, I think I have, yes. There's just one more. Oh yeah, I think this is the same amount I've done on that one. I don't think it's any more. Just a cuff and 2x2 rib. This is my own hand dyed in the colour Antique. Which is included in my as a sale. Sometimes words are just gone in the middle of me speaking. Antique is one of the yarns on sale this month. It will only be on sale for September. That's it. Okay, so, and the only other thing, apart from my mum's jumper that I've been knitting, I've been working on, is I picked up again my granny square cardigan I was making, and then took a break from to crochet the other stuff. So this basket keeps slipping off my lap and it's going to push me over the edge. That colour's so blown out. This is what it looks like. This dark purple red, not that colour. So I've done 3 and a bit of these this week. I've done, if you haven't seen before, I'll just go through quickly. So I'm using a 2.5mm crochet hook, and I've been using the yarn from my A Court of Thorns and Roses yarn club from last year, and I've used the leftover minis from the club. I had like 1 of each colour left, 1 of 11 of the 12 colours. I couldn't find the 12th colour. Yeah, that's true. So this was Autumn Court, which actually will probably be coming to the shop soon. I've been looking through my dye book and I did make a good note of this colour, and I really love it as an autumn colour. It does look very pretty, doesn't it, on... I wish you could see it properly, so because if I try and bring it closer, you can't see it properly. It's very annoying. That's okay. So that's Autumn Court. Then we had, these are not in order, they're just how they're coming out of the basket. Night Court, which is just a blue speckled. Then we had, oh yeah, High Lord of the Night Court. We have the Surreal. Nesta. Elaine. Feyre. Not You. My cat's also called Feyre, and she perked right up when she heard that. Spring Court. Amran. The Weaver's Cottage. And Starfall. So I've done this whole big stack of granny squares, which are 5 inches by 5 inches, and then I'm going to intersperse between each of the colours a Hecate's Hearth solid, so not necessarily like this, but dropping squares everywhere. These with this grey as the joining colour. So yeah, I should get, what I'm going to do actually, because joining them all at the end sounds like the kind of task at once I get to it will just take me 3 years to complete if I wait for all of the squares to be done and do them all at once. It'll never get finished. Sorry, that was a crow in the back garden. Don't get distracted by crows. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, I've got almost 3 done. So I've lost all my T-pins for blocking. I've only got enough to block 3 squares at a time. So what I'll just do, I'll crochet up 3 squares, block them, continue crocheting the others while they dry. Once that's all dry, attach them in and keep going like that. Just keep having like 3 squares drying at any time. Because I can do like 3 or 4 squares a day, and get that done by the end of autumn, hopefully sooner. I don't think I'm going to do the arms in the squares. I think I'm just going to do granny stripes in the round for the arms. In the, hopefully I'll have enough of the Hecate's Hearth left. I could always dye up another one because it is Hecate's Hearth is pretty much a solid. There is it's shown up a lot more on camera at the moment because of how much it's blowing out, but in real life it's pretty close to being a solid. So I'll probably do that, or I could do, depending on how much I've got left of Dread Persephone, add some of that, do that in the sleeves, I'm not sure. Yeah, so that's what I've been working on, and that's
everything I've been working on. I think I'm just going to move these bags out of the way so I can show you some other bits. I have a sip of apple juice as well because I've got a little bit of a dry throat. My sister's a teacher, and since she's gone back to school after summer holidays, she's come back like a few days later with a really bad cough, and I've got a little bit of a dry throat, so I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I just woke up with a dry throat and it's okay. Alright, so I'll show you some of the colours that have been that are restocked. That's what I'll do first. Oh no, first I'll just go through the socks I'm giving my mum, so I can put those, else I'll probably forget. So, I've got a stack of socks I'm giving my mum this week. I don't remember what all of them are called when they're a commercial yarn. So this one is Stylecraft Head Over Heels. Is it an All Stars one? I don't know. Don't even try and guess. You're going to get it wrong. So this is a Stylecraft, and that is paint box yarns in, I think, lavender, lilac, something along those lines. So I'm going to have those ones. This is King Cole North in the colour Valley. I don't know what the number is, but they turned out really pretty. I did want them for myself, but then my mum saw me knitting them and said she really wanted them, so the generous person I am, I made them for her. This one, pardon me, is my own hand dyed. This is Rose Tea with some of my own pink solids. Rose Tea does speckle beautifully. It is a very, very nicely distributed, variegated yarn. Oh, well, my hair's on it. And then we've got this one's sold. I do have Rose Tea in stock at the moment. This one is sold out and will not be coming back to the shop. This one, it was my Zinnia sock set for the summer. When I see it, actually, I didn't enjoy knitting it. I really did not enjoy knitting these socks. They were not fun for me to knit. But now that I see them, I quite like it. I also wasn't sure I actually even liked the pattern when I was doing it. I think that's part of what I didn't like about it especially. This one I don't like as much because although it's purple, and when you look at the purple and the pink, they're completely different. But when you've got just a tiny bit of them, they blend in so much. It's crazy, isn't it? Whereas the green I prefer because, not on my hairs, because you can see it better. And yeah. And these ones are also sold out, I think. I'm pretty sure. This was my sea glass sock set, which again won't be coming to back to the shop. At least if it does, it will not look like this. These ones have so many colours in them. They really turned out beautifully though. They smell so good. I've been keeping them in this box with a soap that I received for my birthday or Christmas. I received it as a gift. And they smell so good. And then this one was the paint box yarn, and then this was a West Yorkshire Spinners, another Stylecraft Head Over Heels. I think this might have been called Skip. Feels like it was Skip. Oh, this other one might have been Dilly Dally. If this is Skip,
Then the other one I think might be Stylecraft Dilly Dally. And then Cascade Heritage. I do like them. They're very autumnal. I thought I'd give them to her now so she can wear them throughout autumn. So she's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pairs of socks she'll be getting for her birthday. And a jumper, which hopefully will be done in time. So, the colours that are currently restocked have just been restocked. We have In the Bleak Midwinter, which, let me take the ball band off, which is a blue, grey, purple speckled yarn. It's dark grey, and then you've got the purple and the blues, pops of like aqua blue, lovely. Yeah. So we've got, that's In the Bleak Midwinter, and that is currently in stock. They always come out slightly differently each skein, just because of the dye process. They're all dyed individually in the pan, and due to they're dyed in a lot of water basically, and so when you speckle the dye over, you can't control where it's going to really land and how it's going to hit. And I think that's the beauty of this yarn, is that each one is slightly different. Like you see, this one has a much bigger grey patch up here compared to the grey patches here, which is much more of a speckled. I think that's the fun of that one. The other yarn that is being restocked is Rose Tea. So this is Rose Tea on Sparkle, and this sparkle base, this is a Lurex one rather than my previous one, which was Stellina. And look how sparkly that is. It is a much thicker strand of the sparkle that goes through it. I've got a whole big basket of yarn here. I did not organise this well at all. Classic. Is that it? Nope. No, no it's not. Yeah. So, we have 4 skeins of Rose Tea Sparkle. I thought you can't hear me. Rose Tea Sparkle, which the new pink for this has come out much darker, and that's just the nature of the dye. Sometimes the formula changes the amount of pigment that you get individually in your pack. Your new pack of dye powder is just a bit different, and that's something I can't control. So it has come out a bit darker on the sparkle. And I've also got it on sock. Rose Tea is one of my favourite yarns actually. I know I say that quite a lot. I do like my... I thought I just dropped one of a hair into my apple juice, but I didn't. It is one of my favourites. Pink, green and brown. You can't go too badly wrong, can you? So that one has been restocked. And what was the other thing? Oh no, that is the only thing that's been restocked. No, it's not. Pay attention. I've also restocked fallen leaves. Some of these actually are not restock, they are dyed to order for an order, so there's only some of these that are actually being restocked in the shop right now. The rest of them will be going, so we've got basically 2 of the 100 gram skeins in the shop. I do love fallen leaves. And there'll be 2 of the 50 grams also going in because the others have sold. They were dyed to order, so whenever I'm dying to order, I'll always chuck in a few extra and restock. So the new colour that will be coming to the shop this week, let me grab them, is Toasty Toes. I really hope I can get this. This is that. No, I spoke too soon. It's blowing out. Hold on. Let me try and move over. Yeah. So that's Toasty Toes, which is, let me try and show without it blowing out. You've got the golden, or you've got the golden yellow with some dark, it's like dark pinky red. Then you've got purple, you've got mauve, you've got brown, and you've got like a more reddy mauve. I do love this. I'm really trying to make sure it's not blowing out so you can see what it looks like. Oh no, Dita started scratching. Hold on. Hey, Bub Bub. Lay down, baby. Good girl. So, Toasty Toes. That will be in the shop tomorrow. And that will be in the shop tomorrow. There was a delay putting apple picking in the shop last week because after I recorded on Monday, the light was so awful I couldn't possibly lift the yarn because I couldn't photograph it. Every time I tried to photograph it, it was either so blown out or it was just so dark you couldn't see it, and I can't sell it. I can't list it to be sold if I can't, people can't see as close to what it looks like. So I have actually photographed this now, so it will be up for sale tomorrow, which is Tuesday, which will be today for you. But it's tomorrow for me right now. So, this colour. I do have some other colours that I've dyed. So I've got, I haven't got them all over here. I'm just going to grab, it's just here, so me 1 second. Oh, I'm back. So I was thinking about what I would like. And what I love to, how are we saying this? 1 second. Okay, so I like to knit the my sock in a variegated or speckled yarn, but I quite like solid or semi-solid for my at least heel and toe, sometimes my cuff. So I thought, why don't I put together some solids and semi-solid mini skein packs with a whole load of colours in, like colour pack. I'm thinking like maybe calling them crayon packs. So there'll be 10 20 gram minis in each pack, and there'll be 5 packs for sale, and once they sell I'll put another load in, but they will be different colours. So at the moment I've got some actually in the kitchen which I need to rinse. I've got 3 more colours ready. Oh, that's the same colour twice. So I've got half of the pack right here. So you'll have this is such a bright sunshine yellow. It's not even blowing out, that is what it looks like. Then you've got this pistachio green, which is very it's tonal and it's speckled. And then you've got this reddy, it's like a reddy, slightly purpley red. Doesn't look like it on camera, but it is. That's closer to what it looks like. Then there's a plummy purple and a jade green, which again, yeah, this is pretty close. This one looks a little bit darker here than it does in real life. It's a little bit lighter. So this is half of the pack, and I will have 5 sets available. There's, what is in this? I've got a brown in the pans at the moment, and a pink. The pink looks really good, and black. It looks, I haven't washed it yet, it looks pretty solid black, so hopefully that's true. So I need to do 2 more colours. What colours do you think you'd like? So obviously there'll be a pink, a brown and black in there. What sort of colours would you like for the colour packs? And that's everything, I think. So thank you for watching. Ow, really hurt my finger yesterday, but that's the story I'm not gonna get into because I'm finished. So thank you for watching. If you did like my video, if you would consider subscribing, I'd really appreciate that. Liking the video always helps. Thank you for all the comments. I will respond to them like now after I finish recording. This last week has been just so hectic. Bye, see you next week.